Congratulations, Ben Lomond High School, class of 2020. Wish you best on your future endeavors and catch you on the flippity flip. On the flippity flip. Dominique Wilkins.
Congratulations, Ben Lomond Seniors, class of 2020. The circumstances might not be ideal, but you did it, and we're all very proud of you.
Hey seniors, just want to say I'm really proud of all of you and congratulations.
Hey seniors, congratulations, I'm so excited for you. This world is literally yours for the taking. I wish you the best and good luck.
Hey, congratulations class of 2020. We're proud of you, we love you. We're looking forward to watching you guys as you go on and do great things in this world. So, good job, keep up the good work.
Hi, I'm Sergeant First Class Richard Caldwell. I just wanted to say congratulations to the Ben Lomond graduating class of 2020.
Hey, Ben Lomond Seniors. Hope your graduation is a slam dunk.
Well done, class of 2020.
Set your goals now, and you'll achieve plenty.
The future is yours. Make the life that you want.
We love you lots. Remember all we've taught.
Scots class of 2020. Congratulations for getting through probably one of the weirdest senior years in history. I hope everything goes well for you from here on out. Remember everything you learned from good old Ben Lomond High School. Grab the world by the tail and go get what's yours.
La vie est belle à Paris. Bonne chance, seniors.
Good job, seniors. In this crazy time, you've been resilient, you fought your way through, and you're on to great things. I love you.
Congratulations, seniors, class of 2020. Good luck in the future. Go Scots.
Congratulations, class of 2020, you did it. You will no longer be our students, you will now be our community members. You will be our neighbors and our doctors and our firefighters and our service members and our grocers. We will depend on you just as you depended on us, and we hope that you go out and practice the things that you learned here. A tolerance for those with different opinions than you, a sense of community and service towards them, a love of learning. We hope that you come back someday and you tell us about that thing that you said you'd never use and how you used it. Thank you for being such wonderful people. We wish you the best of luck.
Congratulations, seniors. I'm so proud of all of you, and I wish you all the best.
Well, seniors, what you just saw was you crushing your senior year and COVID-19 like a bug. Now go out there and get what's yours.
I want my senior lassies to know how proud I am, and congratulations, class of 2020.
Hi, class of 2020. Just wanted to send you best of luck on your new adventures. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I'm sure this isn't the graduation you expected, but it is still a huge accomplishment nevertheless. Know that we are all so proud of you and really excited to see what you accomplish next. Congratulations.
Well done, Scots. Well done. So very proud of you.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You did it. Thanks to all the athletes for everything you did for Ben Lomond Sports. Best of luck in your futures. Go Scots.
Class of 2020, congratulations on your awesome accomplishment. I am so proud of every single one of you.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I wish you all the best in your future. Go Scots.
Congratulations, you guys. I am so proud of you.
To my seniors, thank you for trusting me and allowing me to be a part of your story. I'm so proud of each of you. Congratulations, class of 2020. Remember, this is only the beginning. Good luck.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You did it. I am so proud of all of you. Congrats, seniors. I know it's been tough, but you guys have battled through some adversity and have come out on top, so can't wait to see what you guys do.
You did it!
Congratulations, class of 2020. I'm wishing you all the best for what life now has in store for you. Today is your day, so be proud of yourselves and enjoy it.
Congratulations, 2020 seniors.
Yo, what's up? Ben Lomond Scots, class of 2020. Congrats.
this is definitely a crazy year, but don't worry about that because this is just a minor setback for a major comeback. Congrats again, class of 2020.
Hey Scott, class of 2020, congratulations. I just wanted to say that I miss your face here in the hallways and the school. It's not the same. I, like everyone else, am very sorry that our year got cut short, but I want to thank you very much for making my first year at Ben Lomond one that I'll never forget. Now I just want you guys to go out there and show everyone in the world what you stand for. Strength and resiliency, go show them. Class of 2020. Good luck in all you do.
Congratulations, Ben Lomond graduates in 2020. Woo!
Congratulations, Ben Lomond graduates.
Hey Scott, shout out. Congratulations to all the graduates, in particular to my 10 Army Junior ROTC graduates. Congratulations, proud of you guys. Good luck in the future. Work hard. Love ya.
Congrats. I'm very, very proud of each and every one of you.
Hey, congratulations, class of 2020. You've done it. You've endured quite a bit these last couple of months, but you've endured even more for the last 12 years. So you have earned this. Enjoy this moment. And don't forget, once a Scot, always a Scot.
Hey Scott, class of 2020, Mr. Manlico here. Just wanted to give you guys a shout out and say I miss seeing you. Super proud of what you've accomplished. Go make us proud. Peace out.
Congratulations and all the very best to all of you.
Hey class of 2020, congratulations on finally making it to graduation. It's been a heck of a year, but you guys did it. Nice job, it's impressive. Good luck going forward. Go get 'em.
Hey seniors, this is just a quick message to say how very proud I am of you. Congratulations. It's been an honor and a privilege being your teacher at Ben Lomond. I wish you all the very best in your future.
Congratulations, class of 2020, you made it.
Congratulations, Ben Lomond Scots, class of 2020. Remember, once a Scot, always a Scot. Well done, class of 2020. Miss you guys.
Hey class of 2020, the world is now yours. Good luck to you, Mrs. Ormond.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this 66th commencement of Ben Lomond High School. Some feel that there's a certain power and bond when a group of people celebrate, pray, meditate, mourn at the same time, although they're in separate locations. My hope for tonight is that we feel that togetherness as we celebrate the amazing class of Ben Lomond High School, even though we're in separate places. As we recognize your accomplishments tonight as a separated group, I do look forward to that reunion when we were able to come together and celebrate in person. How sweet will that be? Before we begin our ceremony, I'd like to recognize and thank our school board president, Don Belknap, vice president, Joyce Wilson, and board members, Doug Barker, Nancy Blair, Susan Richards, Jeremy Shinoda, and Jennifer Zundel for their commitment and dedication to the students of Ben Lomond High School and the Ogden School District, as well as our Superintendent Rich Nye, Assistant Superintendent Chad Carpenter, and their cabinet and district staff. We acknowledge and are thankful for the tremendous amount of work that goes on behind the scenes in support and on behalf of this class of 2020 at Ben Lomond High School. Now, this celebration obviously doesn't happen without many, many people. First of all, I'd like to quickly thank Jer Bates, the Ogden School District Director of Communications, and the Ben Lomond Graduation Committee, who have spent hours and hours putting this all together. Specifically, Matt Crotchett, Gabe White, Matt Huntley, Troy Wakely, and Maria Huerta, who are not part of the graduation committee, but jumped in and helped create this celebration for this class of 2020, Ben Lomond High School. Ben Lomond has a long history of dedicated educators who have worked at our school. Tonight, we recognize one who is retiring and who will not be with us next year, and that is Mr. Webster. Mr. Webster has taught for 33 years, all of which have been at Ben Lomond High School. He's taught French, English, history, and been a student body officer advisor, and still has a pretty good jump shot. I've seen it. We wish Mr. Webster and his family happiness in his retirement and thank him for his years spent at Ben Lomond High School. And finally, the teachers and counselors, we thank you. As educators, we may have some idea of the impact that we have on a child as they enter our school, our classroom, our office, but I don't think we can truly comprehend the ripple effect that happens when that child leaves our office and our school, our classroom, and what that means to them and the impact that it has on future generations. You truly make a difference, and as educators at Ben Lomond High School, I can honestly say you're the best of the best, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, enough about them. Let's get to the reason we're here, that class of 2020. That's you. The Ben Lomond class of 2020, we now celebrate you. As many of you know, the Ben Lomond community has suffered great loss, have mourned with each other, our school, our district, and our community, and the families of those affected by tragedy over the last few years. Tonight, the class of 2020 is missing someone who left us way too soon. Our deepest sympathies continue to go out to the family of Juan Vasquez. And at this time, we'd like you to participate in a moment of silence in the honor of this outstanding member of the Ben Lomond family. Thank you. We will now honor the country and flag with the posting of the colors by Ben Lomond JROTC under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Adams. After the color guard presents the colors, Senior Class Officer Cindy Medina will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Following the pledge, our national anthem will be performed by Aislinn Hughes, our Ben Lomond High School Sterling Scholar for vocal performance. Post. Colors. Reset. Arms.
Scots, wherever you are right now, please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order. Arms. Ready. Face. Forward. March. Thank you. Now at this time, I would like to announce the program for this evening. Following my remarks, we will hear from our Superintendent, Dr. Rich Nye, and two members of the class of 2020, Raven Garcia and Brian Escobedo. Following our speakers, we will have the opportunity to see our wonderful Bonnie Lassies, our senior Bonnie Lassies, perform the Highland Fling, accompanied by the Ben Lomond High School Pipe Corps. Pipe Major Jackson Ross will then perform Amazing Grace. Our concluding speakers for this evening will be Gabrielle Peterson and Student Body President Samantha Diaz, after which the Ben Lomond combined choirs will perform Omnia Sol, Let Your Heart Be Stayed, by B. Randall Stroop. They will be accompanied by our choral director, Matt Huntley. Michelle Obama is quoted as saying, "Sometimes we focus too much on stats and not enough on story." Stats would be your GPA, maybe your test scores, positions you've held, your ACT score, your tardies and attendance, along with any other recognition, scholarships, and things that you just achieve along the way. Tonight, as I give a few remarks, I'm going to mention some stats, and I hope as I do that you'll be able to reflect and think about your stories, the stories and the things that make you who you are, the way you felt along the journey, the people who have supported you along this way, the trials, the tribulations, the celebrations, the experiences that has led you to the greatest stat in your life thus far, and that is being a graduate of the great Ben Lomond High School. Now, the purpose of Ben Lomond High School and the promise that we make to everyone that enters into our doors is that we will have our students college, career, and community ready by the time they reach tonight, their graduation. In fact, when you walk in our front doors, that's the very first thing you see is Scots Ready, college, career, and community. I'm happy to announce that the class of 2020 is definitely Scots ready. When we look at how college ready you are, this year, the class of 2020 has had the highest OWTC enrollment in Ben Lomond history. 181 students have been enrolled at OWTC. That's 17% more than last year and 3 times higher than when Mrs. Morris began tracking our stats in 2015. Of those 181 students, 15 did 2 programs. That's 2 college programs. A 10% increase in kids taking concurrent enrollment classes, and the number of CE students taking 5 or more concurrent enrollment classes has doubled this year from last year. Our OWTC Presidential Scholarship recipients tripled this year, and we had 250 students taking concurrent enrollment classes from Weber State or Utah State. I would say that we are college ready for sure. Now, when we speak about being career ready, I think about a lot of the stories that I've heard as we've entered into this very unusual time. And most of those stories revolve around the extreme and the dedicated and the intense work ethic that this class of 2020 has. Most of our students are working long hours while trying to manage school, support families, and be able to reach this day at graduation. Extremely impressive, and the kind of work ethic that comes along with this class is going to be a great addition to any career in which you decide to enter. 36 of our seniors this year began taking our AM STEM classes, and 10 will complete this by the end of this year. These are students who companies are basically lining up at the door in order to hire these students because of their dedication and their talent. We had 250 students, we had 27 students who are graduating this year with their seal of biliteracy. Let me repeat that. 27 students from the graduating class of Ben Lomond High School are receiving their seal of biliteracy tonight. That means that they are proficient academically and professionally proficient in 2 different languages. The kind of skill and talent it takes to graduate with this seal is astounding, and it's something to really hang your hat on. And we're proud of you for that. Now, whether or not somebody's community ready, that's a little bit harder to track, but there's no doubt in my mind that the graduating class of 2020 will benefit, and they'll support, and they are ready to serve in their communities. It takes no time at all to walk around the school and see that we have the strongest Latinos in Action and JROTC groups in the state. The hours of service that they have rendered on behalf of their community and their country is too many to count. Our cheerleaders, they've been serving in senior centers and teaching at the Marshall White Center for years, and that includes this great class of 2020. Our football team has started a reading program with our elementary students that's just going to take off year after year that began with the class of 2020. And our amazing mountain biking clan, they have cleaned more trails and had more service hours than any clan that I can think of, just to support and benefit their community. I've seen in your classes how you're able to analyze information, to look at resources, to check data, to be informed on all the issues. We will produce the most informed voters, I guarantee, out of any school in the state. And because the history of graduates from Ben Lomond is that there's action behind what they believe, I guarantee they're going to vote. Now, as we've all been affected by this pandemic, had our lives altered in a way that is sometimes really hard to wrap our heads around, I've been extremely impressed with the way that our community, and especially the class of 2020, has handled this adversity. I've really appreciated your patience with me, with your teachers, hopefully with each other and your families, with your employers, and those who you deal with on a day-to-day basis. The way that you've handled this pandemic at the height of your senior year, when we should be celebrating and we should be reflecting on all that was good and great about Ben Lomond High School and your experience here, it was suddenly taken from you. But the way that you have managed your emotions has been something that has really been a testament to me that tells me that you are as community ready as any class that I've ever seen come through high school. And I thank you and I admire you, and I'm inspired by what you have done during this trying time. In closing, we know that the class of 2020 has stats. As a whole, you've accomplished more and are more ready to enter college, have fulfilling careers, and become contributing members to your society and your communities than you were before you walked through these doors. For these reasons, I'm excited to see what your life stats will be as you continue to add to your stories, no matter where your journey takes you. Congratulations from your principal and from your biggest fan.
Congratulations to the Ben Lomond Scots graduating class of 2020. Today is a celebration. While none of us would have expected the circumstances associated with COVID-19, we cannot, nor will we let it, cast a shadow on your accomplishments. Accomplishments that you've experienced from as early as kindergarten to your senior year. Make no mistake, we may never forget the events surrounding this graduating class. But for myself, I will not be associating this graduating class with COVID-19. Rather, I've been inspired by your grit, your perseverance, your utmost commitment to your academic pursuits during these challenging times. You are indeed remarkable. I know that for many of you, this has not been the first time that you've met and had to overcome challenges. In fact, I would ask you right now to take a moment and reflect on something difficult that you've had to navigate. Something perhaps in your educational experience. In this space, I will share the first day of class that I had in statistics. It was daunting. I had done well in math, but this was applied math. The concepts the teachers explained seemed foreign. The new information seemed to be spoken even in a different language than what I was used to. But with perseverance and determination, coupled with some late nights and early mornings and some difficult homework assignments, I was successful. And today I feel quite comfortable with the topic. Hardly a comparison can be made to where I had started. And so I'm sure it is the same with you. You've had to overcome hard things. You've had to persevere to get to where you are today. I had learned at a young age that the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson are applicable to most of life's experiences. He stated, "That which we persist in doing becomes easier to do. Not that the nature of the thing has changed, but our power to do has increased." End quote. The persistence to overcome challenges is also readily applicable to this quote. Our ability to overcome challenges becomes easier. Not that the challenge has gotten any easier, or the challenges that we may experience will be any easier, but our power to overcome and succeed in the face of those challenges has increased. I'd like to share with you a letter that was originally published in Manchester, England in The Guardian, and later reprinted in the Deseret News. A hurricane had hit the West Indies, and a bricklayer was sent to repair the damages. He wrote to the Home Office as follows, and I hope you'll appreciate the intent in which I share this. It starts, "Respected sirs, when I got to the building, I found that the hurricane had knocked some bricks off of the top. So I rigged up a beam and a pulley at the top of the building and hoisted up a couple of barrels of bricks. When I had fixed the building, there was a lot of bricks left over. I hoisted the barrel back up again and secured the line at the bottom, and then went up and filled the barrel with the extra bricks. Then I went to the bottom and cast off the line. Unfortunately, the barrel of bricks was heavier than I was, and before I knew what was happening, the barrel started down, jerking me off the ground. I decided to hang on, and halfway up I met the barrel coming down and received a severe blow on the shoulder. I then continued to the top, banging my head against the beam and getting my finger jammed in the pulley. When the barrel hit the ground, it burst at its bottom, allowing all the bricks to spill out. I was now heavier than the barrel, and so started down again at a high speed. Halfway down, I met the barrel coming up and received severe injuries to my shins. When I hit the ground, I landed on the bricks, getting several painful cuts from the sharp edges. At this point, I must have lost my presence of mind because I let go of the line. The barrel then came down, giving me another heavy blow on the head and putting me in the hospital. I respectfully request sick leave." End quote. Life is like that, ups and downs. We've experienced a bump or two on the head and a crack on the shins the last few weeks. But the class of 2020 is strong and made stronger by life's challenges, even this global pandemic. With that being said, perhaps the words of C.S. Lewis are even more appropriate at this time when he stated, "There are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind." End quote. So as you look back on your senior year, on your graduation, do not dwell on what could or should have been. Rather, use it as a springboard of strength and resilience, even fertile soil, as you purposefully grow and begin writing the next chapter of your life. Because I assure you, and it is my promise, that there are far, far better things ahead. Congratulations, graduating class of 2020. You are a pillar of strength worthy of emulation. Thank you for who you are and all that you've accomplished. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow graduates and our support systems. I know I'm only speaking to you all through a screen right now, but I can feel the overwhelming love and support from all of you and your families. My name is Raven Garcia, and I have been a part of this community for a few years now. I've been a Scot for the past 3 years, and I absolutely love the culture of Ben Lomond. I grew up thinking that high school would be filled with me getting shoved into lockers, prissy cheerleaders, and cliques. I didn't know where I'd belong in the great scheme of things. The Hollywood picture of high school gave me worries I didn't need my first year, but thanks to some amazing faculty and staff, I was able to make it by. So, thank you to Miss Day Smith for always reminding me that what I was doing was worth it, that debate team was important and that I had strength, that everything I was doing was a combination of stepping stones that would eventually click into place. Thank you to Mr. Bice for always reminding me of my own worth. I've never had so much confidence as to when I walked into your room, and I am forever grateful. To Mr. Wakely, who was a shoulder to cry on and is the best at listening. If I ever want to vent about how much my kids make me want to cry, I'll go to you. And let's not forget the numerous times I needed my schedule changed because I am easily the most indecisive person in our class. Thank you to Miss Jessie for being my debate coach. I am so thankful for all of the lessons you taught me that only you could teach me as a debate coach. You helped me solve problems when I needed it and comforted me, and I really am forever grateful. I want to take some time to talk to you guys about expectations. The definition of the word expectation, as defined by dictionary.com, is the degree of probability that something will occur. Now, I want you all to think about what you expected from your senior year. Just give a little mental picture real quick. If you're having a hard time thinking, let me give you some suggestions. Senior prom, graduation, candlelight walk. Now, I know it's a little hard on the wound right now, but trust me, what I'm saying is important. When I was thinking about ways to talk about my speech, thinking about expectations, I came across self-fulfilling prophecies, and that really gave me a whole new meaning to negativity. Now, if you don't know what a self-fulfilling prophecy is, it's more or less when you convince yourself of a certain future, subconsciously you will align yourself to meet that standard. And I'm sure a lot of us tend to say a lot of negative things, like, we're not going to pass this class, we're not going to meet this deadline, etc. And it can really put a hinder on our futures. When this theme of 2020 vision was told to me, I thought, oh, well, for me, 2020 vision is perspective and drive to move on from really hard situations. Now, we are currently in a pandemic, and it didn't allow us to have a formal graduation. and I'm sure that it's affected a lot of you. But what's cool is because of the fact that we all are staying home, we all are staying safe, it is saving lives. So imagine what we could do when we put our minds to changing the world. There are a lot of obstacles that come into our path. For me, my sophomore year, my mother died, and it was a really tough situation to get over. It was a big obstacle, of course, but I needed to find a way to turn that into something positive. Make it a motivation for me to get to where I'm standing right now. Scots, you have an opportunity at your fingertips. You all are inspiring so many people, including me, to help our communities and the world. Thank you for inspiring me these past 3 years, and continue to have a bright future. Thank you.
I am here to tell you my story and how it affects my vision for the future. My story began on June 25, 2002 when I was born here in Ogden, Utah. From the time I was born, I got lots of unconditional amounts of love from both of my parents. 3 years after I was born, my parents wanted to go to Mexico since they were missing the land that they grew up on. They planned a vacation to Jerez, Zacatecas, Mexico. On November 27, 2005, we left my grandparents' house and drove straight to Mexico. After we entered Mexico, we drove for 4 hours when there was a lot of dirt in the air. My dad saw that it was very hard to drive in those conditions, so he slowed down. He saw that a semi-truck was approaching us fast from behind, so he switched to the right lane. My dad spent 6 seconds in the right lane when all of a sudden, the semi-truck that was on the left lane next to our truck hit our truck from behind. The impact of the hit was so hard that it made our truck flip several times. After we flipped several times, the truck landed on its tires on the opposite side of the road. We landed on the side where the cars were going the opposite way that we were driving. My mom had fainted from the moment we had crashed. I fainted too, but my dad did not see me faint. My dad got out of the truck anxious to take my family out of the truck. My dad went on the passenger side where my mom fainted to take her out first. While he was trying to take my mom out of the truck, a bus filled with passengers crashed into us a second time. The bus crashed straight into the front of our truck. The door from the passenger side hit my dad in the head and broke his skull. The impact of the bus broke both of my mom's legs. My hands and part of my head were sticking out of the broken window, so the impact broke both of my arms and gave me the scars that I have today. Luckily, my little brother did not suffer from any damage because he got protected from the luggage we had in the back of our truck. From there, they took me and my dad straight to the hospital. They took an hour to get my mom out of the truck since they had to cut off all the crushed steel she was in. At the hospital, they thought that I was going to die since the doctor in Mexico were really bad and they were not treating my injuries properly. I was in such a bad condition that they were going to cut off my whole right arm because they thought that they could not do anything else to save me. Luckily, my uncle fought and got me transferred to a hospital in Texas, so they would not cut off my right arm. The doctors in Mexico did not want to let my uncle transfer me because there was a very big chance that I would die on the way to the other hospital. My uncle had to take responsibility for my death if I did die. At the hospital in Texas, they saved my right arm and my life. I spent 4 months in the hospital, but after that, I still had a lot of surgeries. In total, I had more than 30 surgeries. My mom and dad had to go through years of therapy and surgery as well. Ever since the crash happened, it has been really hard for my family to get financially stable. All the therapy and surgeries were really expensive. Me and my family have gone through many tough times financially. Even though we went through tough times, my family has supported me when I had no support. I want to show my brothers that there is no limit to what they can achieve. Yo quiero enseñarle a mis hermanos que no hay límite en lo que pueden cumplir. I know if I do great things in life, they will do greater things than I did. Yo siento que mi cultura mexicana es la razón por que trabajo tan duro. La sangre mexicana que tengo en mi cuerpo no me deja aceptarlo fácil. Mi cultura es lo que me ha sido en el hombre que soy ahorita. From my time at Ben Lomond, I learned that you have to work hard to earn what you want. I learned to be a leader through my classes and soccer. These experiences taught me how to bring the best out of myself and other people. I thank God He chose me to go through the struggle that I went through. I feel that if it was any other person, they would not be where I am today. This experience has made me strong and confident. Many people think that my scars are what define me, but they are completely wrong. What defines me is a burning desire to be successful. There were times where I spent afternoons working at my job and then spent nights working on my schoolwork. Family is my biggest motivation. I only want the best for my current and future family. I feel as God left me on this earth to chase my dreams and to get my family out of the struggle. This is the reason why I decided to attend Dixie State University to chase my dream to be a walk-on for the sport I love and to earn my master's degree in business administration. This will be very hard and expensive, but I know it will be worth it. I know that I will be successful in the future. I also know that my fellow peers will be successful in the future because of what you guys have endured this year. Even though we are going through one of the toughest times in history, all of you guys worked super hard and earned your guys' diploma. This is what the 2020 vision truly is.
the brace. Man. Belly rolls. Quick. March.
This year has been all about 2020 vision. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't have 2020 vision. In fact, the doctor says that without help, I'm pretty much blind. You wouldn't know this because I wear contacts and I have glasses fitted with thinner lenses, and still they seem too thick. When we first start school, we go in just as blind as I am. We have no clue what we're doing or where we're going. As the years move on and we learn and grow, our vision begins to clear a little. When I was in elementary school, I loved scaling mountains and cliffs. Okay, they weren't really cliffs, but my mom sure thought they were. For a long time, the fear was I would end up in the Amazon jungle talking to monkeys and apes. I wanted to be a million things and never settled on one idea for too long. While there was one who told me to put my feelings and emotions in a brown paper bag and leave them at the door, there were others who taught me to feel and embrace every emotion, positive or negative. They were a part of me, and as I learned to work through them, I gained important skills to help me through future challenges in life. As I entered junior high school, I met Mr. Stetler, who introduced me to the world of engineering. And finally, my vision for the future began to clear. I knew what I wanted to do, and I never once looked back. When I started high school, I met several new teachers who helped to fine-tune and clear my vision even more. Mr. Manlico and Mr. Williams helped to foster my love of engineering and supported my desire to learn more and know more. Ms. Flam taught me to express my opinion and express it with grace. She taught me that when the world tries to tell you to change who and what you are, you don't back down. Mrs. Kunzler taught me to be patient when I'm learning, and that mistakes are okay, even in math. Over time, my 2020 vision for the future has come into place, all thanks to the help and support of those around me. If there's one thing I've learned from the eye doctor, it's that visions can constantly change. Our lives are never set in stone. When I first needed glasses, he thought he had every help and tool in place to make my vision perfect. But as time went on and my vision grew worse, I needed more help to see clearly. We always need help, and sometimes how much help and support we need changes. Our adventures have yet to happen, and we still have the power and control over what we do and who we become. Our visions, even still, are fluctuating and changing. We thought this was going to be our last year, filled with the glory of being a high school senior. We thought we would walk the halls with everyone who wished they could be a senior and bask in the light of being in our graduating class. Instead, our world was turned upside down. And instead of having the last dances, last assemblies, and last traditions that Ben Lomond has given us, we have been at home, watching as those things slowly slip away. This isn't what we had in mind when we thought of our coming months left in high school. This wasn't it at all. I know that despite the bouts of senioritis that no one can seem to find a cure for, we have, perhaps secretly, wished for school again. We have wished for the familiar halls of Ben Lomond and the familiar faces of our peers to be close again. We didn't think we would have to say goodbye so soon. I can't tell you to go out in the world, at least not yet. We can't be spreading viruses. But when the time comes for us to step out there again, as Minor Myers Jr. said, go into the world and do well. But more importantly, go into the world and do good. To the Ben Lomond High School senior class of 2020, I say, keep your heads up, and thanks for the adventure. Now go have a new one.
Hello, Ben Lomond staff, parents, family members, and most importantly, the class of 2020. My name is Samantha Diaz. Buenas noches primero a todo el personal de Ben Lomond, a todos los padres, miembros de familia y en especial la clase del 2020. Mi nombre es Samantha Diaz. I'd like to start off by thanking the ones who have helped me blossom and grow into the person I am today. Thank you to the woman who knows me better than she knows herself, my best friend, my mom. Thank you to my hero who to this day continues to kiss my forehead, my dad. Thank you to my biggest and the best supporters, my older brothers. Also, thank you to the rest of my family, even the ones who aren't blood. Thank you to all of my friends I've made throughout my life, even the ones who I don't stay in touch with anymore. Lastly, a big fat thank you to my teachers, coaches, BL staff, and mentors. You will leave an imprint in my heart, all of our hearts, for a lifetime. Now let's begin our story. Freshman year, wow, what a breeze. We set about our freshman year with high hopes and big dreams. Nothing but giggles, and we thought our lives were simple because we were no longer being called Sevies. Yes, we owned the school. Sophomore year, we were back to being the babies of the school, entering a new world with juniors who were struggling and seniors filled with senioritis, not knowing that we would eventually be like them. However, I don't know about you, but I felt welcome, like I fit in. I could finally claim that I'm a Scot. Junior year, what a time to be alive. Psych! We were trying to figure out who our true friends were, all while studying to at least get double digits on the ACT exam. Trying to fit into what society believes intelligence is based on. All questionable if you ask me. Now, senior year. This year was supposed to be our year. Last homecoming, last sports game, last assembly, last prom. Such bittersweet experiences. They say your senior year is never the way you expect it, and yes, they're certainly right. I never thought my senior year would get cut short, let alone by a disease. Although, if there's one thing I take away from my senior year, it's to enjoy every little moment because you never know if you'll even get to see tomorrow. With that being said, I'm extremely grateful I got to spend 3 years at Ben Lomond with all of you wonderful and genuine people. Despite all looking different, sounding different, liking different ice cream flavors, or not liking ice cream at all, we supported each other until the end. Why? Because we know we've all come up against our own battles. Here at BL, we fight for what we believe in. Here at BL, we don't get things handed to us. Here at BL, we aren't privileged. Here at BL, we know what real pain feels like. Here at BL, we never take anything for granted. That's how we know we're Ben Lomond students. Y para todos mis paisanos, no crean que me olvide de ustedes. Nosotros tuvimos que tomar un doble esfuerzo para estar donde estamos ahora. Nuestros padres sacrificaron demasiado para darnos estas oportunidades. Nunca dejen de darles las gracias, porque sin ellos no nos estuviéramos graduando este día. Today we learned that even with all of the tough times we've gone through, such as surviving through a pandemic, we still managed to get our credits done. And that's why the class of 2020 is the best class to exist. We will be remembered. Graduation is such a great accomplishment, but it doesn't stop here. This is the first step into greatness, and look around, we all made it. Fulfill those hopes and dreams you had your freshman year to keep that 2020 vision. Class of 2020, si se pudo, we did it.
Somewhere far from nowhere, I grew both strong and tall, longing to become, but knowing not the path at all. But the footprints of the winter melted to fields of spring. One last embrace.
Seniors, would you please stand? Board Member Barker, members of the board, Superintendent Nye, and district leadership, I would like to present to you the 2020 graduating class of Ben Lomond High School as having met the requirements established by the state of Utah by the Ogden School District. Board Member Barker, I would invite you to come forward at this time and accept the 2020 graduates of the great Ben Lomond High School.
From the class of 1982 to the class of 2020, congratulations for this great achievement that you, and on also this particular time that I think as we reflect over this time that you've given so much opportunity to reflect, you're going to be able to recognize that inner self, that you're going to be more selfless and able to use that cognitive aptitude that you've gained to benefit your fellow men in society. So with that being said, to the class of 2020, on behalf of the Board of Education, and in recognition of your achievement in completing the prescribed course of study and meeting the accepted standards of citizenship, it is my privilege and honor to declare you graduates of Ben Lomond High School of the Ogden City School District and confer upon you all the rights, privileges, and honors associated therewith, and to award you with the diploma of graduation. Congratulations, Ben Lomond Scots, class of 2020.
Sam Diaz,
Titus Hughes, Sydney Medina, Alex Honesto, Caleb Tebbs,
Cameron Portillo, Rachel Cox,
Anthony Flores,
Jordi Lopez,
Hannah Williams, Riley Keel, Michael Latin, Hayden Abbott, Janessa Aguilar, Pedro Aguirre,
Naomi Ahumada, Jaden Alexander, Tarek Alanomi, Samuel Alvarez,
Alexis Ambris, Elizabeth Anderson, Levi Anderson, Mandy Arguello,
Jocelyn Arroyo, Estefania Avendano, Miguel Avila, Braxton Aviles,
Jocelyn Ayala, Celeste Baguette, Angelina Valderas, Elias Bayi.
Angel Bañuelos, Jose Barajas, Devin Barbon, Jennifer Barker, Megan Barnes,
Kylan Barney, Gabriel Barragan, Alfredo Barandi, Kate Barrera,
Malachi Becker,
Andrea Bedoya,
Katie Barnabe, Sienna Bill, Eric Bales, McKinnon Bingham,
Tristan Blue Eyes, Elijah Boyd, Josh Boyette, Joseph Broadbent,
Mason Buck, Larolee Bunker, Jayla Burleson, Courtney Byrne,
Selena Caballero, James Cabrera, Leslie Calles, Angelina Calvert,
Erwin Calzada, Erika Camacho, Kimberly Candre, Leila Canales,
Haley Carino, Taven Carpenter, Gabriela Carranza, Rogelio Ceja,
Alberto Sendejas, Fernando Cervantes Jr., Lakota Chavez, Victoria Chavez,
Jordan Cherry, Victor Contreras, Giovanni Contreras, Brody Corden.
Daniel Corral, Kelsey Cummins, Michaela Danes,
Eric Dannens, Daniel Davila, Jaden D, Jesus Diaz,
Jeremiah Dutry, Benjamin Duran, Daniel Duran,
Karina Duran, Brian Escobedo, Lineth Espinosa,
Zane Espinosa, James Estrada, Robert Favela, Ivan Fernandez, Angel Ferreira,
Cristina Ferreira, Daniel Flores, Talasia Flores,
Carlos Franco, Ben Frias, Johnny Frias, Nicholas Frost, Tanya Fuentes,
Tara Fulmer, Aurelia Galloway, Agustin Garcia, Anissa Garcia,
Antonio Garcia, Ivan Garcia, Raven Garcia, Sofia Garcia,
Xavier Garcia, Joel Garza, Eli Garrett, Naya Githica,
Jesús Godina, Noé Gómez, Alía González, Cristian González,
Elizabeth Gonzalez, Giovanni Gonzalez, Jorge Govea, Jocelyn Grande, Hadley Green,
Nico Greenfield, Tommy Gualdier, Daniel Gutierrez,
Julio Gutierrez, Lily Oakalani Ha'o, Matthew Hancock, Michael Haney,
Skyla Harris, Tiana Hawkins, John Heaps, Colton Heath,
Daisy Hernandez, Daniel Hernandez, Dax Hernandez, Diana Hernandez,
Ramon Hernandez, Nancy Herrera, Andrew Higashiyama, Carson Hofer, Litzy Huerta, Kirley Huggins,
Aislinn Hughes, Marlette Hurtado, Renee Hutchinson,
Sana Iqbal, Brittany Irwin, Isaiah Icedo, Marianne Hawkes,
Adia Jensen, Edgardo Jimenez, Giancarlo Jimenez, Monse Jimenez,
Monica Johnson, Jaden Johnston, Alasia Jones, Garrett Jones,
Raymond Kylie Paulauli, Shahab Khan,
Vanessa Kirsch, Andy King, Kenzie Kiddo, McKay Kunzler,
Kennedy Lafferty, Kenzie Lafferty, Shaylee Larson, Matthew Latin,
Carlin Ledesma, Yao Ming Lee, Isaiah Liptrap,
Amber Lorcher, Hagen Longden, Hector Lopez, Adrian Lopez,
Jennifer Lopez, Jasmine Lopez, Mariana Lopez,
Melanie Lopez, Garth Maddock, Mariah Maestas, Lydia Martin,
Eddie Martinez, Isabel Martinez, Kate Martinez, Shaylin McCulloch,
Isaac Meekum, Angel Mejia, Atsiri Melgoza,
Michelle Mendoza, Leonardo Mendoza, Brandon Mesa, Corin Mikesell,
Kelton Miller, Mikkel Miller, Sarah Moffett, Jocelyn Molina,
Dominic Munkais, Andy Monreal, Isabella Montañez, Ariana Montano,
Isaac Montoya, Jaden Montoya, Ankesena Moon, Jason Mora,
Ruben Morales, Sarai Morales, Alicia Castillo, Colby Morris.
Angeline Munguia, Antonio Munoz, Jacqueline Munoz, Estefania Nava,
Andrew Nielsen, Ashlyn Nielsen, Kimberly Nolasco, Casey Nye,
Surelda Oberlo, Damanisha Olivares, Joshua Olivas,
Estefania Ortega, Sage Osgood, Brianna Pacheco, Shad Palace,
Eric Palomares, Jesus Pantoja, Isaac Paredes, Khalil Paz,
Anastasia Perea, Jessica Peregrino, Annika Perez, Jasmine Perez,
Manuel Perez, Gabrielle Peterson, Eric Peterson, Richard Peterson,
Ryan Phillips, Taylin Pinkerton, Michaela Pixon, Katerina Pezarica, Jaime Ponce,
Nayakar Puck, Jessica Quinones, Mackenzie Quintana, Omar Quintero,
Alyssa Quinton, Juanita Rafael, Evelyn Ramirez, Yanisi Ramirez, Adriana Ramos,
Roman Ray, Ty Reeder, Garrett Rentmeister, Madison Rentmeister,
Samantha Reyes, Manuel Reyes, Leslie Reyes, Mark Reyes,
Maria Reyes, Richard Reyes, Jasmine Rios, Amador Rios,
Rihanna Rivas, Samantha Rivas, Selena Rivas, Marissa Rivera,
Shelby Roberts, Riley Robinson, Trevor Robinson, Larry Robles,
Emily Robles, Amy Rodriguez, Christian Rodriguez, Erandi Rodriguez, Giovanna Rodriguez, Mary Rodriguez,
Stephanie Rodriguez, Ayana Rodriguez, Chloe Romero, Jackson Ross,
America Rubio, Martin Ruiz Jr., Antonio Ruiz, Saúl Salazar,
Mónica Saldivar, Natalie Salgado, Eduardo Salgado, Shireni Salpan,
Dylan Sampson, Isaiah Sanchez, Leslie Sanchez, Karen Sanchez, Gemma Sanchez.
Skylar Satterfield, Daisy Saucedo, Richard Saucedo, Mariah Saunders,
Sean Scott, Isai Serrano, Simon Siyauma, Brianna Shipley, Caden Shoup.
Alice Sevenin, Alejandro Silva, Thomas Simper, Brandon Simpson,
Takyle Sims, Natasia Smith, Summer Smith, Carrie Sockwell, Kaylee Solis.
Tia Solomon, Emily Soria, Joshua Speth, Mason Stevens,
Parker Stevens, Miranda Stickler, Caden Stockberger, Mia Stubbs, Alonso Sustaita.
Serene Swank, Florence Tan, Jaden Taylor,
Bryce Tao, Danila Tobias, Anai Tobar, Emma Tracy, Peyton Trujillo, McCabery Tuck,
Michaela Turpin, Jerry Tuttle III, Taviana Turbiartis, John Mel Kaichinko, Alondra Uriarte, Michelle Uribe,
Gerardo Valdez, Misael Valdez, Kaya Valencia, Veronica Vargas, Isaac Vasquez,
Natalia Vasquez, Maria Vega, Jesse Velasco, Mia Venegas,
Elsie Viesca, Brittany Viveros, Mariana Viveros, Hunter Brandenburg,
Christy Wu, Tabitha Wakefield, Connor Walton,
Maddie Williams, Marley Williams, Aaliyah Worley, Richard Ibarra,
Ethan Yearsley, Jenna Young, Zeus Zamora, Reagan Zundel.
Thank you. Following the class chant, I invite all to stand as we join with our graduates as they sing the school hymn for the last time as an entire class. This will be led by our Ben Lomond Bagpipe Corps. Following the hymn, Cameron Portillo, our senior class president, will lead you in the tassel change, which will be followed by the recessional. I thank you all for participating in our virtual commencement this evening. I would like to remind you that the graduates are invited to meet back in the gym parking lot at 8:45 this evening for a celebration parade and a police escort around our beautiful school. We thank Officer Roche and the Ogden City Police Department for their services tonight as they serve and protect our community on a daily basis. Please remember that we will be requiring that all graduates remain in their vehicles as we line up during the entire parade. Please remember to obey all traffic laws and remain safe. Have a good night and go Scots!
Scottish pride, we've got plenty. We're the class of 2020. Scottish pride, we got plenty. We're the class of 2020.
Scottish pride, we got plenty. We're the class of 2020.
From the green Scottish hills where the proud heart to the great salt lake and the
Hello, Scots. All seniors, will you please stand wherever you're at? I would like to congratulate you for sticking through this unusual event and grinding through and seeing the end. Now will you please follow my lead as I grab the tassel from right to left. Congratulations, you are all graduated.